Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. I'm back. I took a little break because yesterday I did a podcast with my friends, a great podcast of the Mission Impossible series. So you could check that out on the Nerd Pack, Tevye's channel, Tevye Smalka. Tonight I'm reviewing another movie, another PG-13 movie from 1999. Excuse me. I rewatched it again. It was a long time since I watched it. It still holds up for me, but I do have my issues with it, and I will get to that. And you know what I'm talking about. It is first remake to the original 30s movie, The Mummy, the first one. We're talking about the first one. I've reviewed all the other ones, the Returns, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, and the one with Tom Cruise, which I freaking hate. But this one, yeah, this is the first one of the Brendan Fraser trilogy, because it's his trilogy. But yeah, the film still holds up. Stephen Sommers did a good job with the film. It was a summer release. I didn't see it in theaters, and thank God, because there's one person in the movie that really hurts the film a lot for me. But other than that, I still think the film is a fun movie. It's definitely not as bad as the freaking Tom Cruise version. That version was freaking terrible. It's got horrible CGI. It's boring. They steal other ideas from other movies. Tom Cruise's character is not likable, and the British chick in that movie is worse than the one in this movie. I'm gonna easily say that because she was like, she was a dead weight. But anyway, yeah, the movie basically, Imhotep is played by Arnold Vosloo. He's a mummy that he fell in love with a beautiful woman in ancient times in Egypt, and they kill her off, and he tries to resurrect her, and then no, they say, oh, it's forbidden, so they kill him, they cut his tongue out, and they bury him, and they make him into a mummy, and he's there for basically about a third of the film. So if you think that Vosloo's in the movie a lot, he's not. Let me get some water. Hold on, because this will be a pretty lengthy. Yeah, like I said, the good outweighs the bad in this movie because it's from '99. I can forgive the CGI at the time. I still think it looks better than the shitty CGI in the sequel, especially with what the Rock looks like in CG. It looks terrible. That still looks bad in the Mummy Returns. Uh, the film is shot very well. Stephen Sommers has a good view for eye for detail. I like some of his films. I like Deep Rising. Uh, I did like the first GI Joe movie. He's done a lot of some movies I liked. Uh, he directed the sequel, yeah, just the first sequel. And like I said, yeah, the locations are really they're practical. Even though I'm sick of the desert in movies, I don't need any more movies in the desert. I've said it. I've seen it in Transformers, in Star Wars, in Stargate, and other movies. I'm tired of seeing deserts. I don't want to see any more. Just don't put them in a freaking movie anymore, please. Unless you're going to be there for 5 seconds, because The Force Awakens was in the desert, and you saw how horrible that turned out. Yeah, but that's why, because thanks to that movie, a lot of movies in the desert, I'm just like, just get out of the desert. Deserts are boring. They really are. But anyway, the film is still on Blu-ray. It looks really good. The special effects, pop out. I finally saw it widescreen, not full screen on VHS. The acting is mostly solid. I like Brendan Fraser in the movie. I like John Hannah. He's in Agents of Shield now. For all you millennials that have watched that show, he's on that show. He's Scottish, so he's not British. He's just doing an accent, but he's likable. He's the comic relief. He's fun to watch, and he's the only actor other than Brendan Fraser to be in all three. So fuck you to the girl that was in the first two. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I like I like Kevin J. O'Connor as the Arabic guy that has the big teeth. I like him. He's a sniveling coward, but I like him as an actor. He's charismatic. He has nice eyes. He's a he's a fun character. He's basically like a character from Aladdin, but the original Aladdin, not that shitty sequel remake that's going to come out next year. Arnold Vosloo, he should have been in the movie more. That's one of my problems. He's the mummy, right? The movie's called The Mummy, not Brendan Fraser and his and his freaking ragtag team of mercenaries who you could have cut them out of the movie. You didn't need Jonathan Hyde, good actor, he's wasted. All the American actors that are there, the guy with glasses and the guy that looks like, he looks like a Brad, and these other guys, I'm like, they all serve no purpose in the movie. You could easily cut them out, give the screen time to Ronald Vaso. I know he was dead, but He should have been reintroduced into the film 45 minutes in. It takes over an hour for him to show up, and I'm like, that's just bad pacing. I blame the writing. I don't know if Stephen Summers wrote the first movie, but um, yeah, he did write it. So Stephen Summers, note of advice: if you ever write another one of the, not these movies, but any movie, don't introduce your villain way too late into the film. The buildup is just, it's kind of like it takes too long. Voldemort took a while to come in the fourth Harry Potter, but his entrance is so badass that you buy it, and he's a total badass. He's not. He has a great yell, great voice, great presence, very dark. Here, I'm like, yeah, the mummy's mouth going, ah, it doesn't bother me. Like he's afraid of cats. Hey, I'm not a fan of cats either. I'm allergic to cats. I love Catwoman, but I'm not a fan of cats. Being around me, I don't sneeze. My other problem in the movie is rewatching this. I hate Rachel Weisz in this movie. I'm sorry. I could not freaking stand her. She is Daisy Ridley, just 20 years older. She does nothing in the movie. She serves no purpose except to be Rick O'Connell's freaking, love interest. I don't buy them together. When he kisses her in the first 20 minutes of the movie, I'm like, this is just like in Pirates of the Caribbean. A lifeless British chick that's there for laughs, that is not sexy, that does nothing in the freaking movie, and in the second movie they try to make her a badass. That doesn't work, Hollywood. Putting a British chick as your lead will always kill my experience. I still like the movie. This isn't like The Force Awakens where as soon as Hobo with a Stick shows up, the movie just dies for me. Here, I'm like, you could cut her out of the movie or just give Rick another girlfriend. I'm sorry. I prefer freaking Evie in the third movie because I like Maria Bello. I know she's gay. I don't care. I liked her in Tomb of the Dragon Emperor because her impersonation wasn't as painful as Rachel Weisz. I hated her in Oz the Great and Powerful. I didn't like her in Constantine. I didn't like her in The Bourne Legacy. I've told you, ever since Daisy Ridley was in The Force Awakens, every British chick and every actress from the UK is freaking dead to me. Dead. Oh, but Rebecca Ferguson, she's from Sweden. She's a Swede first and a Brit last. That's why I like her. And she's a badass in Rogue Nation. In this movie, all she does, she's a freaking damsel in distress. She constantly gets carried away. She's a total bitch. She's freaking. There's a strong scene that is just like in the first Pirates of the Caribbean where they find a bottle of wine. She drinks it and she's like, I'm a librarian. It's just like the scene when freaking Keira Knightley and Johnny Depp are drinking on that island. It's the same freaking scene. Granted, this did it first, but again, she annoys the piss out of me. She's not attractive to me. I told you I can't stand her in the freaking movie. I hated her in the sequel, and yeah, I don't want to see Constant Gardner. She won an Oscar, big freaking deal. So did Brie Larson. And to all you people that think Captain Marvel's gonna suck, look at it this way: Brie Larson already won an Oscar before she was 30. Yeah, she's not a goddess like freaking Scarlett Johansson, but she's gonna try. She's not gonna be like, oh, I can't, I got to defeat Thanos and I gotta do this. No, I hate that accent, guys. I hate it. I freaking hate it. I hate it. Steven Summers, you could have done better. That's all I'm saying. But the rest of the movie, I had to get that out of my system because I'm like, fuck the British chicks in Hollywood now. They can all suck my dick. All of them. All of them. Freaking Sophie Turner, Felicity Jones, Daisy Ridley, freaking Hannah Kamen. All of them can suck on my ball sack. I don't want them in my movies. They suck. They are lifeless. They have robotic faces. They sound the same. Why do you think no one went to see Solo? You had a robot British chick and another robot British chick and another robot British chick. So again, what diversity is this? This is America, damn it. Give me some American actresses or Canadians or freaking Asians. Just give me something I can look at. When you take that away from me, I'm cock blocked and I'm sick of it. But this movie had it, guys. You had Scarlet Witch, freaking Scarlett Johansson as freaking Black Widow, and you even had freaking Emily Van Camp for a few minutes. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I don't need a freaking British chick being in the movie, freaking putting nails into my freaking hands and making my ears bleed. I don't need that anymore. I need to say that right now. That's why I'm not ever seeing The Force Awakens again. I'm never seeing Rogue One again. I'm never seeing freaking Solo. I'm never seeing The Last Jedi. I'm never seeing freaking Episode 9. As long as you keep putting this agenda of freaking, we got to put a British chick in everything. No. Fuck you for that. That there, I got that out of my system. But anyway, and I swear I'm not bipolar. I'm not on medication. I need to get that out of the way for future videos from now until YouTube is gone. No more Brits in my movies. Stop it. Anyway, those are my big problems in the movie. The score is good. The score gets me invested. It's like an Arabic theme. It fits the tone of the movie. It doesn't have a shitty soundtrack. There's no music in the movie. It's just score. It's basically like this is trying to be like Indiana Jones, the first one. But in Indiana Jones, I liked most of the women in those movies. I like Karen Allen in the first one, and in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Screw the haters. It's a good movie. It's a lot better than freaking The Mummy 2017. I liked, Willie Scott, played by freaking Kate Capshaw. I didn't like the girl in the third one, but she dies. And she's named Elsa, like in Frozen. So she dies, she gets it. Kate Blanchett in the fourth movie, didn't mind her either. She's the villain, at least. But anyway, yeah. If you haven't seen The Mummy from 1999, see that one. Do not see the freaking 2017 movie. It's shit. It's boring. It hurts. There's more Brits in that you could shake a stick at. And even though I hate Rachel Weisz in this movie, she doesn't ruin the movie for me. She doesn't, because I'm like, there's a lot of scenes without her. She screams like a bitch. Ah, rat! Ah, the mummy wants to suck my face. Ah! That's her for the whole freaking movie, guys. And she, you know how they introduce her character? She's on a ladder and she's gonna fall off. Ha! And she knocks all the freaking shelves down. Ha 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 ha! So freaking funny. I told you, no more of this. In 2020, Brits be damned in the next decade. Be damned. Oh, but you like Tom Holland and you like they're guys. With guys, I can kind of deal with it. I'm not attracted to guys. So when I see them on screen, I'm like, okay. Even if I don't care about them, I'm like, the guy in Deadpool was British, the freaking villain. What's my name? But he dies. So he gets his. But the women, just get them out of my face. Get all of these English muffins out of my face. It's an agenda. I'm sick of it. I'm just so sick of it. But anyway, back to the Mummy, the 1999 film. I have issues with it. Like I said, Arnold Valter should have been in the movie more. Cut out Rachel Weisz. You can kill her in the first 10 minutes. I don't care. He kisses her. She's dead. They should have hanged her instead of him. And I'm not sexist. The girl that plays Doc Sunaman in the opening is sexier than this girl will ever be. And she's also a foreigner. She's like from Venezuela. But at least she has an ass. She's got a great ass compared to this girl, this freaking English muffin, freaking turd blossom. It's how I feel, guys. I'm sorry. I'm here on YouTube to express myself. And my friend Sean's like, "Oh, but John, you're a racist." I'm not a racist, guys. I like a lot of different people here on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. Lots of people. But when they don't appeal to me, you are gonna hear it and hear it loud and freaking clear. But the movie's not that long. It's like an hour and 55 minutes without the end credits. It says 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's the end credits. But the film, yeah, it has its problems. It has its issues. My personal issues. Vasu should have been in it more. Cut Rachel Weisz. I hate her. And the other extra guys like Jonathan Hyde and those American guys that are just there to be there. They should do more. Not just, oh, we're Americans. We're going to be in the movie and talk and play cards. That's it. And drink. Excuse me. This is not a rant on the film. This is just the three problems that I had. And I'm going to address it because I'm tired of hiding things under the rock. This is how I feel. But, this three-pack was still worth it because it's still a good movie, not a great movie because of those problems. And the second movie, I still have my issues with it. I don't have to review it. I already reviewed it. Thank God. Because I don't think I could sit through another Rachel Weisz movie for like at least 2 or 3 months. And the third one, I think, is underrated. People shit on it because it doesn't have Rachel Weisz. I'm like, believe me, that was a blessing for me when I saw the movie in the theater 10 years ago. I'm like, I don't want to see that woman act again. I refuse to. Marvel, please never use her in a movie. Please, for the love of God, don't put her in the MCU. She'll kill the movie. I guarantee it. Just with a look, she'll kill the movie. So keep her away. You already put her in Constantine, and that failed. I like Keanu Reeves, but she was not necessary in the movie. When a girl is not necessary in a movie, cut them out. Marvel did that with the first with Days of Future Past. The theatrical cut doesn't have Rogue in it, except in a cameo. But at least when they re-added her in the film, it actually worked for me. But when you put a British chick that's not can't act, that's pale face and can't and is a robot, No, out the door with you, out the freaking window. That's what I love about Dread. He takes a British chick's freaking face. Makes her take drugs, a freaking pipe of drugs, and throws her out the freaking window. Fuck your feminism. Fuck it. But that's enough of my ranting. I don't want to get my high blood pressure taking this hat off. I'm sweating. It's hot. It's summer, guys. The heat's been getting to me for 3 months, so bear with me. I'm not crazy. I promise. I had to let that out. This was 3 years in the making since I saw The Force Awakens, and I'm like, yeah, that movie killed that name, Daisy. I hate that name now. The only person that I love with that name is my grandmother. Everybody else and Daisy Duck. That is it. And the freaking accent just it kills me. It freaking you know how the mummy goes and then the mouth and the face goes it reminds me of the Dementors in Harry Potter. Yeah, it's trying to suck my soul out, and I don't want that from that accent anymore. Out the door with you. Out. Out. Get out. But anyway, the movie's still good. Despite my problems, it's still a well adjusted film. It doesn't look dated. The effects, some of them are a little wonky, but they still, for the time, the action scenes are well done. I forgot to mention the action, the gunplay, and the fights in the desert. Even though I'm sick of the desert, and Brendan Fraser's a good lead. Tom Cruise is a great lead, but in Mission Impossible, as a mummy, he wasn't likable in it. And it's still Brendan Fraser's freaking franchise. It's his franchise. He's in all three. He kicked ass in all three of them. He has a great sense of humor. He's a Canadian actor born in America, but at least he is, okay? At least he gives me something. That's more than I can say for Rachel Weisz and on these other English muffins that just suck the soul out of me. I don't need any more of that. Give me give me America or give me death because I don't want to see any more of it. I've had it. I've had it. That's why I told the Nerd Pack never share any of the trailers or TV spots of episode 9. I'm done. I wash my hands. I said last year I am done. Done with freaking agendas, freaking British chicks in space. I don't need any more of that. That's why I loved Infinity War because it could have pulled that bullshit. It could have made Thanos a British chick. It could have made freaking the freaking those alien guys that were with Thanos. They could have made all of them that, but they didn't do it. They gave me what I wanted. I don't always get what I want, but damn it, when you give me what I want, you get freaking masterpieces like that. And Deadpool 2 and freaking Black Panther. There's Brits in that, but it didn't ruin the movie for me. It didn't because it has a lot of heart and humanity. With this girl, I wanted her to die in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, you're a comic relief and you're not funny and you're so freaking boring. And I don't find you attractive at all. At all. And I'm a straight guy. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry this had to turn into like a mini rant, but like I said, the movie's good. If you see it for yourself, if you think I'm a racist, I'm sorry. It's not my thing. Freaking drinking, cracker, crumpet eating, freaking douche nozzles from there. Just mostly don't do it for me. Mostly, I like freaking Julie Andrews. She's a classic actress. Has done a lot. I like Emily Mortimer because she's not in a movie every year, and I think her act. She's cute. She has a cute face, like a bunny. Everybody else, a lot of the others, yeah, poison, 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 poison. But anyway, see the Mummy, the first one, the 2000 no the 1999 film. It's a good movie. It's not horrible because of my problems. My problems are my problems. And everybody else is gonna see Rachel Weisz and say she's hot. What are you talking about? Again, not for me. I was born here. I wasn't born in the UK, and I never want to go there. And at least I do better rants than some other YouTubers where they have to do this for an hour. No, at 20 minutes, you guys get it. Vasu should have been in it more because he's the villain. He's barely in it. The other American guys that they throw in there that are not essential to the plot, they're just filler, and Rachel Weisz. All of that, you took all that out. If you fix that, the movie would have been like at least an 8 out of 10 for me. It's a 7 out of 10. Good, but not great. And yeah, even the critics were mixed on it. It got a 57% by critics, 70 something percent by audiences. It's good, but it's entertaining, but it has its issues. And the effects aren't even one of them. The sequel has way more terrible effects with the Scorpion King is horrible. But anyway, that's my you know, praise and rant on the 1999 Mummy movie. It's a good movie, but it has its flaws, and they stick out like a sore thumb. For me personally, for you guys, whatever you want to see British chicks until 2045, that's your right. Me, I'll stick with my American chicks. They're better looking. They got sweet accents, better accents, freaking sweet large eyes, and dark hair, and freaking I don't know. They're closer to my age. Yeah, who'd have thought it? I'm an American and I like American chicks. Yeah. Hell, Evangeline Lilly's from Canada and she's a better actress than Rachel Weisz, and I can say that without any freaking hesitation. In Ant-Man and Wasp, she kicked ass. She wasn't some freaking damsel in distress. Help me, Rick! Help me! Yeah, that's what I had to deal with for over an hour. So you guys know why I went over 20 minutes. But anyway, see the mummy. And this one, it has its issues. It has more problems, but I still can watch it over. All of these are better than the freaking 2017 movie. That movie is just shit. It's unwatchable, and it got Razzies for a reason. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I promise I'm not off my meds. I have issues with women from over there. I do. We beat you in 1776. Why are you coming here in our cinemas? Why? Why? You don't belong here. Go stay where you are. But anyway, see you in the next one, guys. Sorry.